Alright, what I'm going to do today is make a glider for this swing to fit in. I just built the swing. I'm going to start on the glider, and the first thing you're going to do is cut a 8-foot 2x4 and a half. You're going to need 2 4-foot runners, and I cut these at 45 just on the ends, just to kind of dress it up a little bit. But it's just an 8-foot 2x4 cut in half. I'm going to go ahead and route the edges of this thing to dress it up, and I'm going to do it right now, and I'll show you in just a little bit of what it's going to look like. Alright, these are going to go kind of like that right there, and to build the rest of the frame, I'll give you a little close-up look. And I routed that just to dress it up. You don't really have to, but it looks a little better. So now all the cross pieces. Alright, these are the 2 cross pieces that go underneath the swing, and they measure 57 inches. I cut this out of a piece of 10-foot 2x4 stock because I didn't want to waste 2 8s and just have some little short pieces. But yeah, get one 10-foot 2x4. What I've done now is just set my, I guess you call it the seat support underneath here, and it's 4 3/4. I've left the overhang here. The chain is going to come right here and attach with the eye bolt right in this area. So I'm just going to secure this underneath with some screws and do the same thing on the back side. And this was my 10-foot 2x4. Yeah, there's a small look at, or just a little look at how I've got this thing attached underneath. I just put 2 screws into the frame. You don't have to do anything crazy because all the weight will be pulling down against it. So, you know, I just put 6 screws in the bottom. So I'm going to do the same thing on the back, and we'll go from there. Alright, what I've got here, I cut 2 pieces of 2x4, 40-inch long. These are making the I guess the stand. These are going to hold up the swing, and I wondered when I first did this if that would be strong enough, but it turned out to be fine. I just set these things, I marked my midpoint, measured out 3 inches, and set my 2x4s straight up, and I'm going to screw it together, and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, here's what that's going to look like. And the 2x4s need to fit flush on the ground, because you want them to help hold up a lot of the weight too. Take some time. I use a little scrap block right there, and really get them good and square, because you got to have this thing sitting perfectly vertically. So anyway, I'm gonna do the other side, and we'll start with the cross pieces. You can kind of see this thing start to take place, start to come together. These 2 cross pieces right here I cut 2x4 stock. They are 63 inches long, and I'm going to leave these hanging over far enough right here to where I can put a 2x4 block in here to just add that little strength to that. So I'm going to attach these right here, and that'll start to make the frame. You can kind of see I've just got it set up here, but it's coming together. Alright, it's together, and you can see I'm moving it. It's already pretty strong, but put my brace block in the end, tie all that together, and I'm going to set the swing and let you have a look at that. Alright, there is a quick little look at the end corner block. Let me show you the full. I'm going to say this is going to be the front side, so it's pretty much already together. And I'll show you what it looks like with the swing sitting up. Alright, you can see it start to come together here. Now it's just really a matter of suspending the swing and getting it to move freely, and I'll show you how to do that. Alright, I put that little piece on there to just kind of hold the top together, and I'm going to secure the arm, I guess you call it arm, the top support. This piece is 32 inches rough cut, and I'm going to eventually round the edges route all this. But I'm just going to find my midpoint, which I marked right here, and center that up, and go from there. Okay, here is a small look at how I connected this thing. I just got 6 screws in it right here, or 3 there and 3 there. It's connected, and I'm going to put the other side on. Let me step back so you can see a little more. And the next step will be putting the chains on, and that's just a kind of a matter of centering it up and getting your hooks in there. So I'm going to put the other side on, and then we'll go from there. Alright, I'm going to kind of describe how I decided where to put my hooks at. I took the overall length of the swing, which is 20 inches, and I just subtracted that from the length of the top up here, which is 32, so that gives me 12, and I divided that in 2, if that makes sense, and I came back 6 inches. So that's going to leave me plenty of room to play with up here. I'm going to round this, cut this off a little bit on each side so it's not so long, but I just cut that 32 for a rough cut. And I marked underneath here, I guess you can see it, marked a line right here, and I'm going to put my hook right in the middle of it. So I'm going to hang the chain down this way to the bottom, so it'll just swing back and forth. Okay, here's a look at the hooks and I'll put them in there. Bought these hooks at Lowe's. It's the eye hook, about, I don't know, I think they're 2.5 inch and a half long or so. Yeah, they're rated to hold up 150 pounds, so 4 of them are 600 pounds or so. So that should be good to hold this swing up. Anything that sits in here. And I'm just going to hang the chains from my S hook and kind of let them fall and see where I need to put my where my hooks on the bottom go. Okay, here's our first look with the chains on, and I think what I'm going to do is just kind of center that 2x4, maybe 1 inch in from the edge, and put my hooks in. You can kind of just see how they're hanging here on that S hook. Like I said, gravity will keep it from coming loose. So we'll see what happens. Alright, you can see she's rocking. A little tricky just to get the chain set on the right height. Get all of them even. You need to get the weight kind of distributed all 4 chains. A little bit about the chains. I cut them all 2.5 feet long. Yeah, see I got a little extra there. I just got a 10-foot length of chain and just cut it. So but it rocks. Rocks pretty easy. Alright, I'm going to clean this thing up, sand it a little bit, and show you the finished product. Alright, there's a close-up of what I did on the arm, and you can kind of see it's routed. I'll give you an overall look at it. That's it. Materials list. Let's see, 5 8-foot 2x4s, 1 10-foot. You need 10 foot of chain, 8 eye bolts, and 8 S hooks, and all the materials to build the swing, which is 48 feet of deck board, a 2x4, and just some screws put together. Anyway, there it is. Got any questions? Let me know. Thanks a lot for watching. If you hadn't subscribed, I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you.